In this video, we're going to talk about why you should side with the Templars over the mages in Dragon Age Inquisition. I'll be showing you what happens when you side with the Templars, including unique quests, dialogue, and encounters you will discover when choosing this path. Keep watching to see it all. What's up, everyone? Big Dan here. I make videos about RPGs and gaming commentary. So if you enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to Big Dan Gaming. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Arguably the biggest decision you will make in Dragon Age Inquisition is whether you recruit the Templars or mages in Act 1. Your chosen path will greatly alter a number of events in the game, more so than any other choice you will make. So let's take a look at how things play out when you complete Champions of the Just and recruit the Templars. The Herald and crew will visit Theronfall Redoubt to meet with Lord Seeker Lucius, the guy who snubbed us and had one of his goons punch an old lady in Val Royeaux. We'll discover that the Lord Seeker has actually been replaced with an envy demon, which makes his earlier actions make so much more sense.
I saw no one. The Lord Seeker was alone when you revealed his true nature.
I'm sorry. An envy demon replaced the Lord Seeker.
Envy? Then the Lord Seeker.
Is caged or dead.
If we sided with the mages, we will not learn this information until much later in the game, and only if we complete Cassandra's personal questline. Even then, the full extent of the whole envy demon thing is better expressed if we can see it face to face. Ultimately, the envy demon covets the role of the Inquisitor and plunges us into a nightmare. During this sequence, we see what the future will look like if this demon were able to seize control of the Inquisition, much like it has the Templar Order.
Betrayed allies will curse your name. Like the first Inquisition, you will bring blood and ruin and fear.
Unless you don't. You don't have to. None of this is real unless you let it be.
Get out, King! I am yearning!
This is a farce. I demand justice.
Have it. Take her to the gallows.
The people will turn against a despot demon.
I will clear their doubt. As herald, the lash will follow my word.
At this point, Cole appears to help us navigate and escape the nightmare, acting much like Dorian does during In Hushed Whispers. Eventually, we escape the nightmare and help the non-corrupted Templars retake the fortress. This part of the quest is kind of a pain in the ass, because you'll need to keep returning to the Great Hall to help the Templars fight off demons and such. But once you've taken care of business, you'll confront and defeat the Envy Demon in a final battle.
I touched so much of you. But you are selfish with your glory. Now I'm no one.
Dark and desperate. Death to make yourself alive. I used to be like you. I'm not anymore. You shouldn't be either.
Afterwards, you'll have the choice to recruit the Templars as full partners or disband them and absorb them into the Inquisition.
Andraste be praised. She shielded you from its touch. We've numbers across Thedas, but we let this happen. Our officers either failed to see it, or were complicit. The Templars are ready to hear what the Inquisition needs of us.
You need to hear this, to feel the truth in your hearts. I am the will of Our Lady, manifest. I am the Herald of Andraste. She sent me to remind you of your sacred duty. A shield against dark magic. Knights who will end the breach.
We will not deny Our Lady's will. Not anymore. But the Order is leaderless, gutted by betrayal. We must rebuild it.
Your order is a symbol that holds the people's respect. That cannot die today. We offer you an alliance. Supplies, weapons, grounds to shelter you. All we ask is you help us close the breach.
Do we take the Inquisition's terms, brothers and sisters?
Companion reactions to your respective decisions are displayed on screen right now. Dorian will greatly disapprove of your actions regardless, because he requested your help with the mages and feels abandoned by you. If you're interested in making Cassandra the next Divine, then I highly suggest recruiting the Templars as full allies instead of disbanding them. This will give her plus 10 points for her candidacy. Overall, if I'm just looking at the two main quests, Champions of the Just and Inosh Whispers, I prefer the latter. The time travel magical element with Alexius is such an interesting plotline to me. However, the aftermath and subsequent plotlines after siding with the Templars are more compelling to me than the mage counterpart. After sealing the breach, Dorian will rush to Haven and warn the Herald about an impending attack. The southern rebel mages have been recruited into Corypheus' army, and he's marching on the town as you speak. His second in command is a Tevinter magister named Calpurnia, who replaces the role of Samson in this plotline. In the ensuing battle, you'll be forced to kill Alistair's mother. How dreadful! Before retreating and regrouping in Skyhold. If you speak with Liliana, you can unlock a quest to investigate Calpurnia. You'll learn that she was once a slave in Tevinter and won her freedom. After retrieving her memory crystal, think of it like a magical Instagram story. Leliana and the Inquisitor will discover that perhaps Calpurnia doesn't fully trust Corypheus.
Even honey can't sweeten Philandris. I'll keep trying. You are no slave, Linnea. I'll add another spoonful myself, later.
Calpurnia seems to be treating her new acolytes kindly.
While I found that interesting, this is what you must hear.
Master, forgive me. I didn't expect.
The time for your ascension nears. Tell me of your preparation.
They go well enough, although I'm distracted here. If I could train at the shrine.
Only Dumat's faithful may enter. Continue as before. Or would you see the Imperium's rebirth stalled by your lack of focus?
I will be ready, as the vessel, and Tevinter's champion.
Calpurnia sounds like she's doing this for Tevinter, not Corypheus.
Another deflection. Why, a dwarven bauble, as if mine was miraculously returned to me. Let's give your new owner a glimpse of his fate. Venatori, we leave!
That is all the crystal recorded before she found it. But I think it may be enough. A shrine to Dumat, Corypheus said. Where Calpurnia is forbidden to go.
Who is this Dumat that Corypheus mentioned?
An old god, worshipped in ancient Tevinter as the Dragon of Silence. He was the first to rise as an archdemon and bring the blight. Truly a god fit for Corypheus.
If that shrine is Corypheus's inner sanctum, I want in.
Perhaps he believes the shrine is sacred. More likely, he's hiding something from Calpurnia, and she suspects it. Let us investigate this shrine. Carefully. I doubt Corypheus has left it unguarded.
You'll next have to investigate a Shrine of Dumat, which Corypheus has been using as a kind of shady research lab. There are a number of audio logs throughout the shrine, which shed some light on Corypheus' motivations.
Awake in a world twisted into perversion and ruin. Awake only to discover the light of wisdom has gone black. Samson has failed, but Calpurnia stands ready.
More crystals. And a bad guy who likes to talk to himself. This should be good.
Did the others never return from the Black City? There is no record even of our names. We are vilified by legend. They spit on our deeds and claim we brought darkness into the world. We discovered the darkness. We claimed it as our own. Let it permeate our being. If the others have not returned, they are lost. I am alone in my glory. How does this age stand such desolation? They sing to a maker who answers no prayers. Once I have ascended, I will be their answer. I will be their light. I recited the old verses, how easily they come even after so long a slumber. Yet still I do not feel the presence of Dumont. Hear no whispers, no commands, silence has fallen. A slave girl who burned with potential, ignored by all save myself. A master did not see it. No one saw it. The world has gone craven and blind. Calpurnia prepares to set foot in the place where regret dwells, to bring it into the light. She cannot know what must be done, cannot understand. In time, she will forgive.
Most nefarious of all, we discover a Tevinter Magister magically bound in the last chamber. He reveals that Corypheus plans to use Calpurnia as a vessel for what we later learn is the Well of Sorrows. After her task is complete, she'll become a mindless slave to him. If we completed this questline, then we can convince Calpurnia to betray Corypheus when we infiltrate the Temple of Mythal during what Pride had wrought.
Stand aside, Inquisitor. The trials you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now. Or not at all.
No, Calpurnia. We have things to discuss.
True. I did not think you so civilized. You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge, power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
If that's the case, why isn't Corypheus clawing at the well?
I will carry it like a jug brimming for his use. Can you not see? I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom to try to defeat Corypheus. But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master.
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
Where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? In these runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises, and everyone a lie. Then he discovered Vas. He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
That's why you joined Corypheus. To see Tevinter rebuilt.
To see her reborn. Slaves allowed their true potential, corruption excised. Tevinter was the cradle of civilization. Imagine what her future could be. A crafter of wonders, standing against the savage Kunari. A beacon for all.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman, while you still can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
The Inquisitor is showing you great mercy, mage. Do not waste it.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen, if any power can challenge him, it lies in the well. Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae Benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us. I will give you some time. I go to confront my master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me.
If you don't like that outcome, you could still decide to kill her after revealing Corypheus' intentions.
You know the truth of Corypheus's betrayal. You'll die knowing it.
Come then. One last sacrifice! If I fall, it will not be by your hand.
Given that Dragon Age Dreadwolf is set in Tevinter, I strongly suspect that Calpurnia will make an appearance in the upcoming game. Dragon Age has a track record for bringing characters back from the dead, so even if Calpurnia flung herself off a waterfall, I'm sure that will be explained away when we meet her in Tevinter. I like Calpurnia's storyline so much more than Samson's. I also like that you can sway Calpurnia to betray Corypheus, which isn't possible with the cracked out Red Templar lieutenant. Overall, I find the Templar plotline and subsequent quests to be much more compelling than their mage counterparts, with the exception of Alexius's time travel magic. And that is why you should side with the Templars in Dragon Age Inquisition. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Dragon Age and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.